What is happening, everybody, and welcome to Dota. This we will sorry about that little weird start there, but this right here was a game submitted on Reddit, which I'm really excited for. It looked amazing coming off the Dota Buff page. I haven't spoiled it for myself. Don't even worry about that. No spoilers. So I have no clue what's gonna happen, but game looked absolutely amazing with the total amount of kills being ridiculously high. So expect some action coming into this game. Astral Warlord is already picked right off the bat. Looks like we will be having a what you would regularly call a ranked all pick. It's gonna be one of those where they pick one at a time, and we're just gonna go ahead and skip past that because that's gonna take 10 flipping minutes before we actually go in with the exciting stuff. Also, while we're skipping, the charity raffle is up and running. So if you would like to go donate to the charity raffle, and you'll have a chance to win 3 awesome sets. Link is up in the bottom left for a little bit here until we get the game properly on the way. All of the money goes to a good cause and nothing comes my way, so please do go ahead and make sure to do that. So we can all help out where it's most needed. But anyway, we're gonna get going with this game. We'll be having Luigi on the Mirana. Augdober is on the Rubik. Troll Warlord hasn't spawned in yet, so Brewmaster will be played by Pete. And apparently somebody had to go wee before they started the game, so you know that's one way to do it. Troll Warlord will be picked up by Derek Nose, and last but not least, Shadow Fiend will be played mid by Kai. Enigma, Beacon of Hope, will be up on the top lane for now, possibly actually in the jungle. That right there looks a lot like a jungle build. Undying, the heck, the 619 will be on the Undying Viper. Ajax will possibly be mid up on this, unless Aizen Rice Farmer, Aizen Rice Farmer will be going mid on Zelina. Ancient Apparition, some weirdo smiley face will probably be joining the, actually we'll be joining the Viper, which means that we'll be having the heck down on bottom lane. And we are ready to rock and roll. Pete with the awesome beer can. That right there is pretty much, as far as I know, an immortal item, so there's a beer can up in the works, and that right there is actually an Aghanim Scepter infused into his set right there. So it's terribly amazing. The Aghanim's Basher, exactly. Plus the autographed Elixir of the Dragon's Breath, that is pretty cool. On the Brewmaster, who will be going on to top lane, as we will have the Shadow Fiend take over the mid. Alright, I'll stop doing those voices because we got a pretty serious game on our hands. Undying, already chasing, trying to chase down the Troll Warlord. Did get one decay on him, but it's not going to affect a whole lot of his health. It's not at least going to affect his damage. Undying is a bitch up against strength and intel heroes, because you can put the intel heroes very low in HP, but generally guys like Troll Warlord and other agility heroes, they have enough armor to actually withstand going toe to toe with the decayed Undying. Though he does not anymore. He just went down to 200 HP without nobody's business there. 4 seconds until the next decay. We might actually see, nope. Just gonna think better of it. There is an arrow available, so they could turn it around if they wanted to. And Undying's decays are gonna wear off in not too long. But he should get levels rather fast. See the fact that he's pretty much almost hit level 2. This troll is very low. Rana trying to chase a little bit up on top lane. Ancient Apparition's getting chased down by the Brewmaster. There is no clap available, so probably won't mount to a whole lot. Down and bottom, Mirana taking a few last hits there. Probably want to leave that for the troll, just because it is a farm Troll Warlord, and he's going to be a bitch in the end there. Actually, rotation coming down on bottom lane from Rubik there. The roaming Rubik, who's just starting to see experience for the first time now. Pete up on top lane, getting forced back a bit there. Now down on middle lane, Kai is not even actually doing that well up against Alina. Currently she is ahead on the leaderboard. Up on top lane, they want the Enigma to rotate out of the jungle towards the Brewmaster, but unless he has Malphus, he's not able to do much good. He does, but there's no can do. And now Shadow Fiend's actually going to go for the disconnect there. Just go straight off, wander back to base. And we're going to be skipping ahead until he's actually back. There it is, in super slow motion there. That's Kai. It's gonna be jumping back in, thanking his enemy for not on pausing. Troll Warlord currently leading the farm board on Radiant, and that is saying a lot because the Viper currently is dominating up on top lane. We actually have fights going on two fronts there. Is Undying going to go for the first blood or go as the first blood? He did pop down the tombstone, so he should almost be fine. And the first blood is actually going to go on mid. The Shadow Fiend got taken out. They are looking for the Undying here. I think he actually wants to get his hands on the Rubik. He almost is. Rubik is very, very low, but if Axe Switch is now going to get lifted, Undying super, super close, does not have the mana. And he might actually fall himself. There it is, Rubik getting that assist. Nope, not even actually. Say that he did. Baited out his own life, and that kill is going to go towards the Troll Warlord, which is kind of not very good for the Undying at all, because he is supposed to dominate this point in the game, which is why I don't really like the fact that they haven't put him in a dual lane. Because that would enable for some easier pick-ins. Plus the Viper is so hard, is a tough guy even on a safe lane to play up against. Even though his base movement speed is not very high, the corrosive skin can do so much up against you, so. Down on mid lane, Lina getting taken out there. Mirana actually coming in from the rear, but seemed like she landed an arrow, so. Nice little gesture there. But currently Viper just taking all the last hits in the world. That top lane is his. Saved your mid because you're bad. The trash talk went up from both teams here. Enigma doing rather well in the jungle. And actually going to deny the Brewmaster a rune there. He is going to try to chase. There is a sentry ward up, so Enigma could actually fall, and that's a disaster for him. Yikesies. Lina now getting completely pounded down by the Shadow Fiend. She's going to die once again. Cannot win a battle of damage per second versus the Shadow Fiend. That is super extraordinarily difficult. And Brewmaster just going to jump back in. Gonna harass the Viper a little bit. He's going to give him a good old swing with the hammer. It looks like an Orb of Venom is actually coming out on him. That's going to help his last hits. And now down the bottom lane, Undying has gotten himself in quite a mess. He's going to get lifted and just pounded by the Troll Warlord. Easy pickings there. And that's a tombstone as well going to go. And there it is. He's going to take that as well. So this Troll is farmed. If you take a look at the net worth, he's actually on top with 2 kills. Decent amount of last hits, second to most. And now tombstone on his ass. And Brewmaster just sitting back up on top lane, only on 8 last hits, which is the fewest. But then again, you know, he is up against a kind of very, very harass heavy lane. Seeing the fact that Cold Feet, the spam spells coming out from Ancient Apparition and the Nether Toxin, plus the Poison Sting, Poison Attack, excuse me. There's no such thing as Poison Sting on a Viper, but very, very similar to the Venomance. Which I feel kind of weird, that Viper is a flying snake, basically. Brewmaster chasing, actually maybe a bit too deep there. Viper is going to throw down a few attacks. He should actually be able to get him here. Not going to be able to ulti. And on middle lane, Rubik is going to fall, but so is the Lina, so bad trade all around. I'd say both teams came out pretty even, if you count everything. And I just spat all over the place. And Troll Warlord got himself a Mask of Madness now. That's going to help him out a lot up against somebody like the Undying, because that means that no matter how much health that Undying takes off him, he can always out lifesteal him. Now the arrow, is that going to connect? Oh, very close. Very close. They know where he's going to come out. And they're going for him. There is no stun, however. So no one can do on that front. And Undying slowly starting to wear off, at least up against the Troll Warlord, who does have the battle trance. Arrow almost going to connect. He pretty much almost walked into it himself. Enigma. is farming up very, very quietly in the jungle now. Brewmaster wanting to get in on the action there, up against the small little Eidolons. There's not a whole lot of gold you get out of them, 23 per pop pretty much. But it is going to slow down Enigma's farm by a significant amount. Rubik has pretty much been your rotating or roaming support as of right now. He has died once and has 2 deaths, but as of right now he's doing what a Rubik is supposed to. And is maybe, yep, he's going to go for the aggressive lift. The pandas have been split. Now trying to chase for the Lina. The Soul Rip is actually going to save her, and Undying now getting pounded. Shadow Fiend going for that last hit, and there it is. That's one. Brewmaster is back. He did manage to use the Ancient Apparition first. And now Lina. The Laguna Blade isn't even enough. And I don't want to go back in for the Ancient Apparition. He's actually going to find the Shadow Fiend, which was very, very aggressive there. But Brewmaster is going to find the return kill there. So 3-4-1, but that Shadow Fiend death could have been avoided. An Ancient Apparition getting a decent amount of gold. He's actually the only one in the gold positive on Dire team. Off of that, plus experience by quite a significant amount. He's hit level 6 with that, so I'd say that's not a good trade for the Shadow Fiend. Even though AA is the support, you don't want to give him too much. Oh, the arrow. That's a very, very sneaky arrow. Very clever arrow coming out from Nina there. Almost getting the job done. Derek. It's just gonna go solo up against this Undying for now, but he does have the advantage points in the fact that he's level 8, and Lina now chasing very, very deep. I think he actually wants to go for it. There is a rotation coming in from the Ancient Apparition there. I don't think you want to be in that particular spot, Troll, because you do have heroes coming out left and right, and there you go. That's an easy pickup for Lina. Seeing the fact that that magic damage is not gonna matter, or it's gonna matter a whole lot up against a very, very low health hero who usually relies a lot on physical damage resistance. And Brewmaster up on top. I think he might actually be farming for Scotty, but I'd say that's a bit of a weird build to just straight up rush a Scotty. And now they're pinging out this Shadow Fiend again. If they're gonna go for him, that could be a both be clever and foolish. Lina certainly seeming to want to go for it. It's gonna back off at the exact right time. There's a Rupik there, and if she gets lifted, she's done. But she's not. There comes the ulti. It's actually almost gonna connect on the Shadow Fiend. Very, very close. Rupik now stealing the. Oh, he stole Ice Blast, and there it comes. It's gonna be off to the far side. It's only gonna connect barely on Lina, but that should not bring her all that much down. That should not kill her. Not gonna. But very, very close. She does not know where to go. Troll Warlord now just going to be jumping in on her. She's actually going to be able to almost bottle up there. Soul Rip helping out there from Undying. He's got to eat all that damage for Lina. And if she makes it out, that's absolutely amazing. Incredible. Incredible place. And Rubik, he is having trouble though. He is trouble. Oh, he stole the black hole, but it's going to get finished off. Does not have the mana for it. So Rubik, for now, the only one that's going to go, but Troll Warlord is going to eat an Ice Blast directly to the face. Shadow Fiend might actually fall as well now. This is a good chase coming out from Radiant, or from Dire, really being patient and waiting for the rotations to come in before counter-initiating. Well, very, very well played there. And there goes your tower. Brewmaster now coming in from the rear. He's going to go for the split right at the crucial time. Where's the boulder? That should come out on Lina there, but Rubik is going to steal Dragon Slave and just take the kill. Taste your own medicine, Lina. Undying now going to Soul Rip. Back up and running. The only one left is the Earth Spirit. He does not have a boulder, which means that he is in trouble. And now Rubik is the one in trouble. He's going to get chased down. And Brewmaster getting himself in way too much trouble. There comes the ulti. It's not even going to connect, but he should fall anyway. Regardless. And once again, patience out from Radiant. Doing a complete comeback off the back of this. So now they gotta be careful. Now Dire or Radiant, excuse me, nice actions up from Dire. I keep mixing those two up. Really being patient. Dire or Radiant was not patient whatsoever, and they're gonna just basically get slapped in the face because of it. Losing your Rubik twice is not nice, and losing a Brew on top of that is not very good either. Now Shadow Fiend does only have the Shadow Amulet. It's essentially going to jump into the Roche Pit. They know he's there. The ultimate is going to blow, but not enough damage, and Lina going to take that kill. Yikesies, he did not even have close to enough souls to do any significant damage there. There's the Rubik with the haste rune though. He could be quite dangerous if he gets in the right position. Oh, gotta lift the Lina. There are nobody to back her up though, and he's actually gonna throw her further away. I don't think you want to be tossing him into the Mirana, because that could lead to some pretty nasty side effects down on bottom lane. Troll Warlord getting pounded by the Viper, and he's gonna be taking a kill there. So Dire taking off. On middle lane, Shadow Fiend is going to be back. He's actually going to be playing passively for now. I don't really like the Blink Dagger. I love the aggression, or the I don't really like the Shadow Blade. I love the aggression of the Blink Dagger, and in this case, I'm not really sure it's going to do him much good to have it. But then again, it's a safe choice for him. But Blink Dagger is actually really, really good on Shadow Fiend when you're playing against such a mobile lineup. Now Lina is going to get the Dragon. Rubik is going to get the Dragon Slave. Not really going to matter a whole lot. I think he was hoping for something more. And now Undying coming in from the rear, going to take out the Rubik. Or the good old Viper is, but Rubik is going to be, or Undying is going to be the one dealing some damage with the decay there. And Viper currently the most farmed hero in the game as of right now. Not really sure in terms of, yep, net worth, that as well. He's looking rather solid there. Actually going for the Aghanim Scepter, which he should get that quite early if he keeps it up like this. He's a 4-0 or 5-0-0. Double damage rune, pop from the Brewmaster. If he can loop around to the rear, he's going to be doing quite a hefty amount of damage. Enigma, there with the black hole if they want it. Now Viper is going to get Viper Strike, and he's going to try to actually bail out. A bit aggressive there from the Ancient Apparition, but he did die anyway. And actually Troll Warlord died down on bottom lane to the Lina. That's nothing you want to see. You don't want to see your main DPS get torn to bits by a god darn Lina with the Yule Scepter. It's not a pleasant sight, and now the chase is going very, very deep. The Viper, Brewmaster, he wants him, but he might have chased in a bit too deep there. There's Enigma up and available. If he's going to go for the black hole, that could be very, very risky. I don't think they can fight him in there. Undying wanting to come for help, but just no heroes behind him. But Viper did get his hands on this Ogre Club. I'm not really sure why he didn't go for a Blade of Alacrity. There it is. The Blade of Alacrity first. Just because, you know, of damage and armor and everything. Because Viper isn't a agility hero. Usually you go for your main skill first. But in this case the Ogre Club makes sense because he's falling quite fast. I'm sorry for knocking on the mic there, that was probably a bit loud. Derek, what are you doing? Derek knows. No, he doesn't. Now down on middle lane, the tower is going to get pushed down. I don't think there's going to be a deny off of it. And Lina just going to get healed right back up, and she's back up and ready to go. Now Brewmaster is going to be blinking out on top of the Undying, but he might pay with his own life. Rock is going to fly. That's going to pretty much suck his HP completely dry, and there's a potential to take a tower there. Shadow Fiend now coming in with the Shadow Blade, finally getting his hands on it. I don't think that's a particularly good choice. That middle tower sure is taking some damage. Arrow coming out. It's actually going to connect on the Lina. They know she's there, but I don't think they can do anything about it. There's an Enigma up and available with the black hole, if they are deciding to go. Now the bottom tower is gonna fall for Dire. Troll Warlord pushed that all the way in, up against the Viper. And that was a bit too far. They're not gonna be able to get him. And actually, Lena currently the one leading on farm, leading on net worth. 17 minutes in, she has Jules, Null Talisman, Point Booster, pretty much got her axe up and ready. Viper is second going. I really like this axe coming up from Lena because there is a somewhat amount of magic damage resistance coming up from this team, and it's just gonna pierce everything. The pure damage, so pretty much your damage is gonna become reliable. Which means that currently she's doing 675 minus 25%, and I don't have time to talk about that because Undying is getting pounded up on mid. Actually, the primal split is getting blown for the Undying, and nope, I don't think he's gonna be making it back out, but oh, the jukes, they're insane. He's gonna get lifted, gonna get set back down, and then he's gone, but that did stall him. And the Rubik is actually going to die on bottom along with the tower. That was a lot to pop a primal split for. Top towers are getting contested as well. This team, this game is crazy as of right now. Both teams are very, very aggressive. Maybe a bit too aggressive. The TP in on top. That is the Viper, going to go straight for the Troll Warlord. The ulti is going to fly, and that's going to connect. And that right there should be a Troll Warlord dead. There it is, and now the Shadow Fiend might have a few problems. Does have a TP, he should be fine. But yeah, I think that was actually the... What was that coming out? Somebody got a majorly important item. That was probably, yep, the Blink Dagger on Enigma, so he is up and ready to go. Up and ready to kick ass. He doesn't need a whole lot more jungle time, plus... He's a quite an efficient pusher. Actually, fourth in total net worth currently. Shadow Fiend sitting on number 3. Actually, out farming. That's not that often you see an Enigma out farming a Troll Warlord. And the recipe for the Yasha is done, which means that he's gonna be moving a lot faster. He's gonna be way more mobile, and hopefully for him, not gonna get kited too much. Shadowfield looks like he's building a BKB, and I'd say that's a rather good choice, seeing the fact that there is a lot of magic damage. Of course, pure damage now is going to pierce the BKB, which means that it's going to become a problem for him. But still, Viper Strike magic, Poison Attack magic. The Toxin is physical, so that's going to slow him. But there are a lot of magic damage coming up, plus that big black hole. He's going to be totally ignoring that. And they're considering Roshan. They are fortunate with the double damage rune there, which means that they can take it in somewhat peace and rather fast. They do need the Lena though to try to take it out. And they're unsure if they want to go. I think it's too late at this point. Mirana gonna throw an arrow. Gotta reveal that there's nobody inside, and she's almost gonna be able to pounce away, but the Aghanim Scepter ulti out from Lena. Oh, that's a good steal there from Rubik, managing to get his hands on the Laguna Blade. You always want to remember to use another spell right after you use one of your big ones, especially things like Black Hole and Laguna Blades, and pretty much what was it? Yeah, that's the release. The Ice Blast, that's the one. And that is going to connect up on top lane, up on the Shadow Fiend. He cannot escape. He is dusted, and there you go. Easy pickings for the AA. And now in mid lane, Troll Warlord going ham on the tower. They're going ham on the Viper as well. There is a primal split, but that is very, very aggressive for that. Viper now getting completely pounded, also by the Laguna Blade. The stun up from Lena is going to stop, and there's the black hole coming out from the Enigma. That's actually going to catch a lot of them. Did manage to catch at least a couple of the Bear Spirits. Oh, just barely going to split the rackets. Just almost clipped somebody. But yeah, actually buyback from Troll Warlord. I'm not really sure why. Seeing the fact that there was nothing to fight. But seems like he wants to go for the Roshan, and I might be able to do it solo. I couldn't tell you. Looks like it, but it's gonna take him a while. No, Shadow Fiend. Just gonna be stealing camps for now. Almost got his hands on the BKB. But yeah, Lena's gonna become a major problem for him because he's gonna feel invulnerable with the BKB. But as soon as that Laguna Blade pierces, she's gone, or he is gone. That Roche is pretty much fallen. And actually, Dagon off from the Brewmaster. Not gonna choose to go for the Aghanim Scepter here second. It's gonna rely on a lot of burst damage, and I'm not really sure that's a good choice. Basically, because the only one he can really spend it on is the Ancient Apparition. And not really sure what that was all about, but nevertheless. Rotation is in from Shadow Fiend. He is gonna go up into the jungle. It's gonna Shadow Blade. And Brewmaster, he's already in deep. He did get his hands on the Apparition, but now he's gonna get slow deep behind enemy lines. There is a Panda Split available, so he should be somewhat fine if he can get it off in time. And there you go. Now it's the Undying who is in trouble. The ulti gonna come up from the Shadow Demon. Undying gonna pop his ultimate plus the Tombstone. I don't think he's gonna be all that fine though. Enigma now coming in. He's jumping on top of the Shadow Fiend, trying to get a couple of Malfists off on him. Lina gonna try for that kill. Gonna get one. And there's the Brewmaster. He's very, very low. And nearly dead now to Blink Daggers. There you go. Nice play there from Lina, getting herself a double kill. And that's going to buy her a Blink Dagger. So she's all set on items. For this bit right here, it's actually going to buy a smoke. Just because you never know when you need a smoke, so, you know, it's always handy to have one. Good old Troll Warlord now got his hands on Sanchin Yasha finally. He was, for some reason, not in that fight with the Aegis there. And I don't even know if he actually popped the Battle Trench or not. He might have. It's only a 30-second cooldown, so could definitely happen. But yeah, the push is imminent down on middle lane. Lina, Viper, and AA are ready to go down on this tower. And that run right there should pretty much fall. The Undying has gotten his hands on a Crimson Guard. That's actually the Rupert gonna get Yuled up into the air. The arrow is gonna actually connect on a creep. Very, very unfortunate. That was heading for Lina. But yeah, that's the Rupert gone, and that's seriously gonna weaken their team fight. And now they're pushing on top tower. They gotta loop around. They gotta have the Undying trying to push in the wave while they clear them out, try to creep skip. But Shadow Fiend really, really aggressive here. Has seen it coming. Has anticipated the push. But that's gonna leave their mid vulnerable. Except for the fact that Brewmaster is protecting it. But now the top lane is gonna get pushed down. This Dire team, they want to finish fast. It sure seems like, because Radiant have the way better late game. There's no denying that. Troll Warlord pushing it himself. Now Lina gonna use the Rubik once again. This looks like a replay from right before. There's the Laguna Blade, and he's gonna be done for. And there's the arrow gonna split the rackets there. And that's the tower gone, and they can bail out if they want to. Looks like the rest of the team are gonna continue. Troll Warlord pushing down bottom lane. Viper now gonna go in to contest that. So it's right now every single outside tower pushed in 26 minutes. Enigma having trouble. Is gonna get completely screwed over on damage there. And there you go. Brewmaster gonna get that last little bash. That's gonna make the difference between life and death. But yeah, I'm really fascinated about this Lina. She is doing one hell of a good job of farming. Bottom tower was denied by Viper, so Gotta drink some water, try to wake myself up a little bit here. Nothing to do with the game. This game is super intense. I'm just still, even though I said that I want to get a good night's sleep, I'm still a bit tired. So that's probably going to be better, or hopefully going to be better by tomorrow. Seeing the fact that tonight I intend on getting proper sleep, and now Lina going to be jumping in on the Brewmaster. Is he going to be able to split? Yes, he is. So now Lina is in a whole heap of trouble. Troll Warrior just going to be bashing away at her. But they got to pay attention to that Brewmaster, because he's going to be, once the Spirit Bears wear out, he's going to be super, super low. The Decay has been picked up by Rubik, so there's no Flesh Golem. Viper, he's just going to be attacking from the rear. They're only focusing on the Undying, which is probably the intent. Now Aegis is going to get blown. That ulti was a bit early. Troll Warlord is back for more. And Rubik is going to fall. And now it's the turn of the Troll. They went way too aggressive in on this. He is having trouble coping with all the damage, and there you go. And no backup there from Shadow Fiend whatsoever. No mercy. And Lina. Oh, there's the arrow. Not going to connect on anybody. Range not long enough. But the Undying now pushing in. Together with the Enigma. They have the fighting potential. They can do it. They can easily take bottom racks if they want to. They just got to get the Lina in on the idea, and they could definitely do it. There are Eidolons. There is a black hole available as well in case stuff goes south, except if Enigma is the guy to die first, but it looks like they'll say just a rogue arrow. Troll Warlord just going to continue with the ratting. Undying going to be taking a little bit of damage from the Dagon, but not a whole lot. And that right there looks a lot like a melee Rax gone, and maybe even a top or a mid-range tracks. Now jumping in is the Shadow Fiend. Actually, Lina jumping in first, only managing to catch the Troll Warlord in the black hole, and going to be wasting another ulti on that. Enigma in way too deep. Undying is going to get his hands on the Shadow Fiend. And now Rubik going to be able to steal the black hole. This is an amazing black hole steal. Two guys down into it. Viper is not going to be able to make it out, and neither is Undying probably. There is the rock going to fly out, and that right there should be the end of him. Beautiful black hole steal there by Rubik. Absolutely amazing play. Very, very patient by Rubik, stealing the black hole and turning around the fight. Very, very well played. Hats off to you, good sir. And now they're pushing on mid lane. They're actually not pushing that aggressively. Ulti is flying through. That is going to do a Yaoshi. Which means that as long as that's on him, there's no regen. But the shadow threshold is not very high. 11% of health. Which means that's pretty much below 100. And he's just going to be healing right back up. And now the tower is almost going to fall. Brewmaster. I was confused there for a second of how he got so much attack speed, but no confusement anymore. Viper got his hands on his own Sanjin Yasha, which means that he is now the king of stats. 2k HP, Aghanim Scepter, plus the Sanjin Yasha equals all of the stats, and Roshan is back up in about a minute. So it is only determined after they hit the minimum time whether or not it's going to proceed. Now they want to go. They are smoked up for this. All depends on when the smoke is going to break. Brewmaster getting level 4 in Dagon. And he might be the one who's going to get initiated upon. Now smoke is broken. Undying is just going to be jumping in on this. There is no salvation, Brewmaster. You just got wrecked. A little bit overkill, but not all that much. Rubik going to be stealing the other strike, but that's not going to help him much. He's going to fall. I think they want to push in on mid, and I would say that's a very, very good choice, seeing the fact that it's the lane that is the furthest pushed in. Or just try to go straight through backdoor protection on the backdoor protection that doesn't exist on the bottom tower. Lina currently leading everything. It's gonna get another or basically has an old talisman in stash. Not really sure what she wants to spend it on, but she has a lot of gold. She has genuinely a very, very high amount of gold, and that Roshan is very, very soon. Not too long until he's back up and running. Yeah, but true side, aggressive purchase there from Undying, but he does have the armor to handle all of this. All the damage coming out here. And as soon as he turns into Flesh Golem, that should be pretty gosh darn easy. Troll Warlord just gonna actually pop a BKB and eat a Laguna Blade, and that's gonna hurt him anyway. He's gotta remember that to save his BKB charges. Double smoke coming out from Brewmaster. There's Roshan back up and running. Viper trying to ping it out, but there is no help coming out from anybody. And Rubik might want to go spot this. Does it tell? No, it doesn't. He is pinging this, so he must know. Unman's style now out from the good old Mirana, which means that she's going to be a tough son of a bitch to play up against. With even more damage. Doesn't have the highest net worth. I would say that she's more of a support around Mirana. But Manzasal is... It's going to carry Mirana. Probably not as the first item, though. Mystic Staff has been picked up by Lina. Good choice, good choice. It's going to help out her mana pool by quite a significant amount. It's going to basically give her enough mana to just keep spamming spells. And now the Troll Warlord and the Shadow Fiend are going to be pushing it on top lane. Double! Holy hell, the double stun coming out from Lina into the black hole, into death and murder. Oh wow, that was a beautiful play. Beautiful combo play by the Lina and the Enigma. Rubik has stolen Viper Strike, and they actually managed to get a double kill there on the Viper and the Ancient Apparition, who were all alone. And I would not say that's a good idea, Enigma. You don't have your black hole anymore. You're not the center of the universe. You're just a big black hole sucking up stuff. But the lane is going to push nevertheless. Lina. Not really sure what she wants to do with this. She has two options, as far as I know. Shiv Guard or Staff of Ice. I've been wrong before, so I'm not going to come with a prediction. Although I would say Sheepstick. But don't judge. Don't judge me if I'm wrong. Because I am not entirely positive. Usually, my choice would have been a Sheepstick. Especially against a lineup like this, seeing the fact that you have almost 4 major DPSs, which you can totally disable by that. The only thing you really gain from a Shiva's Guard is a bit of extra teamfight capability. Yep, there you go. That's the Staff of Ice. Got it right! Enigma also getting his pair of BOTs, which is going to help him stay mobile and move around properly and actually get into good fights. So let's say that next item is probably going to be the Refresher, but that's going to take a while to farm. But now the Roche is going to get contested here. Was what I hope, but everybody just seems to be splitting up and around. And this looks more like a push from Shadow Fiend than any sort of a Roche contestment. But he should be down in half a second here. And there you go. That is the Agency. The Immortal is going to go on Lina. And that's going to be trouble for him. Rubik is way too far pushed out to even be able to do any real sort of stuff. He should actually have a TP to get back out. So if he wanted to, it's just going to wait for them to show in lane and then bail out. Pings are coming out. They do realize they're up on top lane, which means that some defensive TPs have to be forced, and that's actually going to be... I'm not really sure if that was a deny or just my slow reflexes there. But Enigma is actually going to try to contest it, but the top towers, the top Raxes are falling. Now coming in from the back, the Viper going to be getting one. That's probably almost worth it. He is a bit higher net worth though, but not really in any kind of danger. Troll Warlord now popping the ultimate. Enigma might want to turn around. Oh, the arrow is barely going to miss. Lina is used once again. Actually used twice there. And there it is. That is the Troll Warlord gone and the smoke popped. Escape smoke. And now they want to push the. Now they want to get the push down on mid lane there. Gold changes is too high. And they're already down there. The Enigma just going solo ham up against this up against the Mirana. He is out leveling her by 1, but unfortunately not out damaging. The only issue about the Mirana is that she's somewhat slow to attack. Brewmaster now wanting to go in on the Enigma. There comes the ultimate. Is it going to connect? It is, and there you go, Ancient Apparition. That was probably worth it of an ulti, but Rubik managed to get Black Hole, which was rather unfortunate. Should have probably gone for a bunch of Eidolons. She just cannot deny that ulti, because now Rubik is sitting on one of the most powerful spells in the game, and Aghanim Scepter out an Ancient Apparition. Took him a while to farm, but you know, it's an AA, what can you expect? The heck. 619. And they're kind of like, they really want to push, but right now they don't really have the fight. Seeing the fact that the Enigma is gone, but that's not going to prevent him from going on the overextended Shadow Fiend, who's just going to fall very, very easily. Has not had any time to suck up any kind of souls that could be measured in any sort of sense. And they have to rely on damage from the Troll Warlord now to really take anything. And there's the push on bottom. If they can take the tower, that would be incredible for him. There's the arrow. Not really going to connect on anybody. Everybody very wary of that. Those are some cute little undying zombies. Cute little goats there. And now though, the Rubik is back, but he's going to actually fall completely before he even gets the chance to get the Black Hole off. Lina now back. Did take quite a lot of damage from that, and Shadow Fiend, he's back into the fray. He wanted to join in on the fun. And they should manage, they should manage to get the Undying. There is a Gem of True Sight on the ground, which could be rather unfortunate for him. There's a Blink Dagger, but oh, too slow, my man. Too slow. And now they're pushing. Or the chase, that's how I should probably say. Enigma. Nice little gesture there. Fuck you, Malphus, to kind of seal the deal. Now, coming back in, Lina almost getting the kill. BKB is popped from Shadow Fiend. He should be able to make it back out. And now finding on the back front there, Troll Warlord and the Brewmaster wanting to get their hands on the Lina, and they are going to find her. Yikesies. That is not a fight you want to take. Or that is not a fight you want to have in your hands. And up on top lane, Enigma just trying to repel off a push here. Gonna be doing what he does. This game is currently spiraling out of control. Even though Dire are ahead the comeback, plus the late game is in the firm grasp of the Radiant. Currently they have him forced back by quite a significant amount. Troll Warlord and the Brewmaster. Now I want to try to go in on this tower. It's gonna dodge the Ice Blast. Rules up into there, gonna be keeping him in place for a little while. And there it is, that's Laguna Blade gonna be able to finish him off. This Lina is on fire, and no pun intended. Now actually coming back in, gonna be jumping on top of the Mirana there. Might be too much for her with the deaths of Mirana. Arrow only gonna connect on the creep. Not gonna matter all that much, but currently the Troll is second up in net worth, which is rather unfortunate for this Dire team. Lina, that right there could be a lot of different things actually. Perseverance. That could get turned into a Lincoln's. Or a Refresher in her case. I'm not sure which one she wants. The push in though. Now they want to go for that bottom tower again. Try to see if they can get the bottom lane exposed. The arrow is going to come out, going to split the rackets. And Undying just tanking all of this. There is no fight there though. Brewmaster now jumping in very, very aggressively. Undying has to pop the Crimson Guard. But the Bears, the Pandas, they're not really doing much. Rubik is going to be able to steal another toxin though. That's going to help out in the chase. Ulti, rock gonna fly through. Not really going to matter. Lina back into the fray. Very, very aggressive though. She does not have a whole lot of HP. It's going to get tossed by the Rubik. Ravana though is going to fall, and Lina is just going to sacrifice her life. Brewmaster going to be taking that kill. Troll Warlord is not going to be taking anything. Black Hole is going to get dropped, and they're actually going to get 3 trapped in them, but Rubik going to be able to steal the Black Hole. It's going to catch 4, 3, excuse me. Enigma now getting completely caught out, and just generally not a good play by Enigma. He got popped the Black Hole before the Rubik was either in it or gone, and now Ajax is going to get chased down. The comeback is real. That was a perfect Black Hole, and they actually even managed to get the Undying. Troll Warlord got that final kill. That Black Hole though from Rubik, that steal was amazing. Holy hell. Rubik is doing work. Brewmaster, everybody buying BOTs. They want to try to see if they can finish this right here, right now. Undying is the only one back to defend. Doesn't have a whole lot to defend with, so he's in a bad spot, and they want to go straight for the middle racks. There's a battle trance available. Might want to consider using that once the... Yep, they're going to use it as of right now, and that tower looks pretty darn gone. And there it is. Now I want to go for the melee racks. Enigma is back in, only able to put the Malphus on the Brewmaster. Now the rock flies through. Not really going to affect him. Now it's going to affect the Troll Warlord. Enigma going to get stumped by the rocks. And that right there should be the range tracks gone. And now they got to play smart. And there it goes. Now they got to play real smart. And they're going to back out. Just as planned. They managed to take, without letting anybody fall, a mid-racks and a top-racks. Or basically a middle-racks. Just to push in there and a pair of middle-racks, 2 guys. It's exactly what they needed. The effigy. That looks weird. Ah, Kobe, I see. The donk is unreal from this effigy. The amount of swag in this image. The amount of swag. Take a look at that right there. That is glorified. Dota 2 Donkin is brought to you by Oracle. Luigi has found a double damage rune. I don't think she can put it to use though. That is pretty much about to run out, and now Lina has been having trouble actually putting some of that damage down. Does not actually have all that much damage unless she starts to throw spells into her fiery souls. And the push though, that right there is pretty much your 4 tower gone. That's the first one. And push actually just a retreat down on bottom lane. Ulti is going to come out, but that's probably just for the deep push. Yep. There was a Shadow Fiend though, who was kind of aggressive, but it's mostly for the deep push. And as of right now, both teams still not really playing passively, but not trying to find each other either. There is a Enigma off to the far side there, but he's too fast for them to catch. Roshan's going to be back up in a couple of seconds here. It's not going to take him long, and whoever gets the next Aegis might actually win this Dota game. Now Ajax the Viper. Not really going to find anybody. Moonlight's Shadow is of course not going to get broken by almost anything. Now the arrow. And now the jump in on Lina. Brewmaster's going to get turned into a pig. Lina just going to get Yules, or just going to Yules herself for now. Not really going to mount anything. Well, Brewmaster, he wants to chase. That right there might be a mistake, though. If he can get the Lina, it might be worth it. But she looks like she's going to be able to make it out. Enigma, he is tornadoed. And they are going to turn their attention towards him now. Undying and the rest of the squad coming in for help. Undying is actually going to get the Rubik. And Shadow Fiend is going to get his hands on the Viper back down in base because they are trying to defend the middle towers. Black Hole coming up from Enigma. Gonna find the Troll Warlord, and that right there should be it of the end of his life. An immediate demonic Demon's Maid. Brewmaster, though, he's going to fall very, very fast. And Mirana only one to live as of right now. Buyback from Troll Warlord is just going to be jumping right back into the fray. Enigma is trying to find his way back out. And should pretty much be able to. Off to the back there. Very, very aggressive play by Lina. Almost going to be able to get the Mirana. Viper actually going to die back in base. Because they are trying to go for the throne. They're trying to take it. I just don't think they can because there is Alina backing in. We're coming back in, but she's too low for this. She's too low to handle it. Enigma gonna get forced back in, and this is almost GG, I think. This should pretty much be it. Buyback from the Viper. It's gonna try to force these guys back out of the base. Lina going ham, gonna find the Brewmaster. Buyback from the Rana. There's a Shadow Fiend in there, and they managed to spot him. Now he's used, and they should be able to find him rather easily. There it is. And no death on the Alina's part. That Lincoln Sphere saved her ass. That right there is a near-death throne. The comeback is unreal. The comeback out from these guys. Unfortunately, they weren't able to finish it off. That was like, holy hell, that was too close. These guys have to be trying to calm themselves as of after this. I definitely have to. That was quite amazing, and my voice is already starting to take damage off of this. That was rather cool. Well, Rubik jumping back in the middle lane. There's the Viper Strike. And he's just going to get stunned. No real issues there, but Rubik is actually going to get chased. If he's going to die to the Viper, ouchie, that's actually quite a quite the thing. Trying to give more don't want to give Viper too much, because right now he's not the biggest guy on the battlefield, but he could quickly be. Enigma now sitting on the gem, and there's a Roche up and available. Lina is actually down. I didn't see her die. She did get the Brewmaster and the Shadow Fiend, but was brought down by the Mirana. And there's a cheese up in this Roshan, and that could mean the world of difference as well. Viper just trying to farm himself up a bit here. That Roche is rather tempting. I think both teams got him in their eyesight. But Radiant will know because of that ward right there. Troll Warlord. It's just gonna be continuing to farm. I'm not really sure what this guy's farming, but his net worth is not the highest. Basically, nobody's net worth at this point is actually quite high because everybody has been fighting constantly and dying constantly. And now we're heading into minute 50, and the Roche is gonna get taken here. It seems like this will be the Troll Warlords or the Shadow Fiend if he is kind of a bad boy. Now the ulti is gonna actually come in, and they know they're taking it, but not gonna find it in time. That is gonna be the Troll Warlord picking this up. Yikesies, that was a nasty and disgusting voice. I'm not really sure why the Brewmaster didn't just drop the magic wand. Rubik gonna come in for the cheese there. Or not the cheese, the magic wand. The bottle. I'm getting this all mixed up. He just came in for the bottle. Try to get that on him. That's gonna keep him healthy. Now they're pushing on bottom lane. Arrow is gonna fly. Not gonna find anybody. Viper Strike. Very, very aggressive play. They are fighting uphill, so they don't know what's facing them. Lina. Lincoln's is broken. She's going to get lifted. Plus, the Fiery Save is going to get stolen, and Lina is going to fall. This could be a total disaster, as the Lina is a very, very valuable asset at this point. Viper. There it is. That's the black hole, though. Rubik could have the potential to steal it, unless he walks straight into it. They need to get a Malphus off. Unless, yep, the black hole is stolen. Rubik is ready for the counter initiation. It's going to blink in and find two. Ancient Apparition and the Undying are going to get taken pretty much out. They didn't really make a whole lot of use out of that black hole. We're going to find the Malphus. That should pretty much secure the kill on Enigma. Brewmaster is the only one to die so far. Buyback on Enigma. I'm not really sure what he expects to do with this. And now, the Shadow Fiend, he's going to fall. Enigma back in. Buyback's coming out left and right. Enigma also almost falling. Undying. Really wanting to try to repel this. They are almost able to. The Mirana having issues coping with the damage, and they're holding on for now. If she's gonna die, she is. And Rubik, only one to currently live, actually Troll Warlord. If she's gonna take it, there it is. That's the GG. That was way too close. But nevertheless, holy shit, as Rubik just said. Thank you all so much for watching. And also, don't forget, the charity raffle. Please do go ahead and help us out with that. It is every single euro donated is gonna go towards a good cause. You can check more out in my other vlog. Link is somewhere in the screen or in the description. But yeah, go check that out. The charity raffle. It is major. We're making a major difference with actually doing that. Even though 50 euros is not a whole lot of money, you also have a chance to win a set. You don't have to donate 50 euros, but that's the goal we're trying to reach. But you have the chance of winning a set there. But go check out the vlog if you want more details on that. But for now, stay as awesome as you always have been. I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.